Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, hey, it's Mariah again. And if you're new, my name's Mariah. I'm 14 years old. I live in New Jersey. And today we're talking about racism. First of all, we gotta get this out of the way. Black lives matter. It's not all lives matter. All lives will matter until black lives matter. And that's just... So my phone stopped recording, but what I'm trying to say is all lives can't matter until black lives matter. And people seem to be confused as to why there needs to be a Black Lives Matter, and it's really obvious as to why there needs to be a Black Lives Matter. If a lot of black people are dying at the hands of white cops, then obviously black lives are under attack. And it's been like this for a very long time, so it really shouldn't even be a question at this point on why Black Lives Matter. I know what you're saying. Well, some people just, want to make they don't want to make it seem like Black Lives Matter more. And I think that's disgusting if you're so threatened by the thought of a black life mattering more than yours. It's not the fact that black lives matter more than white lives or Latino lives or Asian lives. That is not the case here. The case is that black lives need a different attention right now. They need a different help right now because there's a specific threat to black lives that other races aren't facing, and all races except white can face racism, and all races can face prejudice. That is a fact. We've created this thing called race, so these other negative things are going to be a part of that. Racism and prejudice, it's just going to go hand in hand. But if black lives are specifically being killed by white cops, that is the problem. That right there is the problem, where you can see there is a specific correlation between the two. Now, black on black crime is not black on black crime. Black on black crime is people on people crime. There's no white on white crime, Asian on Asian crime, okay, Latino on Latino crime. It's people on... Yes, my camera keeps stopping because usually I don't make videos like this on my phone for this reason, because storage or whatever. But I don't care, I'll delete Instagram and I'll just download it after I'm done, because I need to make this video. I need to say something. I can't just be quiet, because silence is compliance, and we can't just not be racist. We have to be anti-racist, and I'm anti-racist because this is an issue. And back to my point, it's not this race on this race crime. It's people on people crime that happen to be the same race, okay? So that's all I have to say on that. It's really it's nothing else more than that. And when you see a specific correlation between two groups of people, that is a problem. That is a problem. That's why there's a such thing as misogyny, because it's a specific problem between men and women, okay? And that's why problems have certain names to them, okay? That's why that is. Okay, we don't just give things names for no reason. If it's a thing, it's a thing. It has a name. The fact that somebody has to say black on black crime, it's no name for that. There's no name for black on black crime. You know what it's called? Crime. It's not a name for black on black crime, or Hispanic on Hispanic crime, or Asian on Asian crime. There's no name for that because it's just crime. Period. And this is crime. When black people are getting killed by cops, that is crime. And that needs to be handled. People need to be arrested, and it shouldn't be up for discussion, okay? George Floyd died with somebody's knee on his neck. He begged them to get off, he couldn't breathe, and he died. That is a crime. There's no debate. It's like people want to make excuses, and if you have to make excuses for something, that's how you know it's wrong. It's simple as that. As many excuses people make for, oh, well, he could have been we don't know what he did, we're going to ignore what he did because he's black. We're not ignoring what he did. We know what he did, okay? Somebody called the police because they thought he had a counterfeit $20 bill and it was real. And people keep focusing on, oh, well, he had a counterfeit $20 bill, he was arrested, and, well, the cop did what he did, right? No, that's not what happened. First of all, he's a black guy. He's a black man. So, that was already probably some bias to maybe the store owner towards him. That's something we don't exactly know, but that might be a factor because he's black, okay? And now he was in the back of his car being beat in the back of the car. They drag him out falls to the ground. He's already stumbling, you know, and they just kick him while he's down. They literally just, and then they kill him. That's not right. And this isn't just about George Floyd either. We can't just pretend like this hasn't been happening for decades. Black people have been dying at the hands of racist white people for decades. And don't come in my comment section. Like, I don't know how many people are gonna watch this video, but don't say not all cops are bad, because that is an excuse. And you know it's wrong when you make an excuse, because when you're saying not all cops are bad, you're saying not all cops are racist, not all cops are this phone, sorry. You're saying not all cops are racist, not all cops are killers, not all cops are prejudiced, not all cops are just evil people. That, okay, look, stop pointing out the obvious. We know that. We know that. Because if, trust and believe, we know that. Because if everybody was one thing, it wouldn't even have to be a thing. You understand? It wouldn't. It wouldn't. It just, that's just how it is, okay? All the grass is green. That's what makes it grass. So it's all grass. That's what it is. So we know not all cops are bad, but they're cops. Okay? They're cops. And there are some bad cops, and then there are cops that do their job. See, when you say not all cops are bad, you're making an excuse for the cops that are bad, because you're saying those are just bad apples. Those are just bad apples. Okay? Good. You think they're bad apples, but this isn't a farm. Okay, these aren't, the cops don't fall from trees. These are people. These are people who are bigots and they're racist, and they were taught that. Now look, I'm not making excuses for them, but these racist people became cops because for whatever reason they felt like that was the place to go. I don't know, but the point is, we can't just, don't say not all cops are bad. Do not do that, because it's really backhanded and it's undermining, because you're undermining the fact that this is happening, and you're undermining the fact that there are cops doing the wrong thing, and that is the problem. The problem is there are cops doing the wrong thing, and they're not supposed to be doing that. They're supposed to be protecting people. They're supposed to be helping people, saving people. They're supposed to feel like the person you can call. And what does that mean when a black person feels like they can't call law enforcement because law enforcement might murder them? That is terrible, and it's disgusting, and the fact that somebody would say not all cops are bad is absolutely disgusting, and they need to fix whatever's wrong with them, and because like that's just terrible. It's a terrible thing to say. It's like, what is wrong with you? Literally, what's wrong with you? And just because you may have not had a bad experience with a cop does not mean not all cops are bad, because you're not the only person on this earth, and that was not the only cop on this earth. There are millions of people and there are millions of cops. So don't even sit here and say not all cops are bad because you had one good experience with a cop that was probably locally around. You probably knew them already, or you've seen them, they've seen you. It's like, it's not, okay? You and the cop weren't like this. The cop didn't see nothing wrong. You didn't see nothing wrong. The cop moved along. That was a cop who probably did their job. But there are bad cops. There are racist cops. There are evil cops, and that needs to be acknowledged. And if you can't acknowledge that, you're ignorant, and you need to fix it, because that's a problem, okay? Have I had bad experience with cops? No, never in my life. But I see people are, and I can see that it keeps happening. Like, the world was taken aback when Trayvon Martin rested. Everybody was shook. Everyone was shook because he was a boy. He was near my age. I'm 14, and he was near my age, and he died with snacks in his hand. And that could have been any one of us today, yesterday, tomorrow. It's been happening. It's been happening since Emmett Till. People have been killing black people for no real reason. Cops or not, it's been happening. And it's very, very obvious. And to sit here and be like, well, not all cops are bad because you had one good experience. One good experience. Take into the factors that you're probably not living in a heavily policed neighborhood, okay? You might be living in a suburb, first of all. How about that? Take that into account. Please take that into account, okay? Because I can say that where I used to live, where I would see cops, maybe, I don't know, every so often, it wasn't heavily policed, but I'd see a cop strolling around once or twice, because, you know, there might have been, I don't know. But wherever I saw them, they were extremely friendly and they were very nice. But I was also a kid. I'm also a girl. I'm not we weren't seen as aggressive little kids. You know, we're just playing outside. But also, I just so happened to have cops that were doing their job around my neighborhood. It was luck. At this point, it's just luck with people. Because some people have evil, racist, bigoted cops, and some people have cops that are doing their job. But luckily, in my neighborhood, I was able to have cops that were doing their job. Now where I live, same city but different place, I don't see cops a lot, almost at all, unless I see them rolling around another place in the town. That just don't happen around where I live. It just hasn't happened here. And that's luck. It's luck. It's pure luck that there's such a diverse place. I don't know if Minneapolis is diverse. I don't know if Kentucky is diverse, where Breonna Taylor died. I don't know, but I know it's pure luck at this point. If you have cops that are doing their job and you have cops that are evil and racist and bigoted, it's pure luck. At this point, it's luck. Okay? And it shouldn't be luck. It should be guaranteed that the cop is going to do their job. And that's an issue. So all these excuses can go out the window into the door, through the door, and out of here. Because there's no excuse for murder. There's no excuse for murder. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that. And some of your favorite influencers are being really quiet, and that's disgusting, and that's racist. Because silence is compliance. And you have to be anti-racist at this point. So, in the description, I'll be linking petitions. I will be putting numbers for you to sign petitions, donations, things and articles you can read to educate yourself more on this issue. And please just stay safe. Put your mental health first, because I know it's a lot going on right now. And I just want you to know that I'm here for you. If you need anything, well, not anything, sorry, but if you need some. My phone literally will not let me be great. It will not let me speak out against racism for whatever reason. It's like really annoying. Apple, you might want to fix that. But anyway, if you just have any questions on how you can help more, like without money, ways to stay safe if you go to a protest, or just like basic knowledge things, like how you can educate yourself more, especially if you're white, how you can educate yourself more and how you can use your privilege, please feel free to comment any questions in the comments. Follow me on Instagram, because Instagram is where I'm more active. It's where I post more things on my story into my page, and basically, you know, it's mostly a good time. Maybe not right now because of what's happening, but most of the time I'm just posting funny stuff. So yeah, I'm sorry if this video was a little, you know, emotional, or just a lot, because it is a lot, and a lot's going on right now. So yeah, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing fabulous. You look fabulous, period. And I will see you later.